Hello, I am so Kodili-nye. Welcome again, and this is part 2 on our discussion series, Straight Vlogging, where we discuss a lot of issues coming from our homeland. In this case, we are going to continue our discussion on Governor Peter Mbah of Enugu State versus Governor Gov.Soludo, who is better. So now we have discussed a lot of issues, and a lot need to be discussed. On agriculture, you can see Peter Mbah is planning sort of Okpara, Okpara's revolution by fire settlement and food security. Although we have not seen that actually being implemented yet, but you can see the palm plantation that is signed, whereby they will plant millions of palms at a particular area in order to stimulate economic development. This is a win-win situation. But on the terms of Anambra State, the governor Gov.Soludo is actually using a different way, whereby he's giving out some trees to people, which a lot of critics are saying that this will not cost any economic change, because most of those people giving those trees, there's no way you will monitor their ability to nurture those trees, and a lot of them has died. Some of them reckon some of the trees, one of the guy was telling me some of the trees that were planted near the library in Oka and some areas has actually died off. So this is Soludo's own this thing. There's no plan for real large-scale plantations on particular crops or particular cash crops or real food security agenda. So in the issue of urban regeneration and beautification and cleanliness of our cities, Peter Mbah has actually done more in keeping Enugu cleaner than what we see in Anambra State. A lot of Enugu roads are massively cleaned, far cleaner without sand dunes when you compare to Anambra State. You go to most of the roads in Anambra State, even the one newly commissioned by the governor of Anambra State is full of sand dunes, very dirty. So there's issue lingering on environment in Anambra State, which the governor up to now has not mastered a policy on dealing with it. And it seems that they are reluctant to get the streets cleaned up. So that's a major issue that is affecting the governor of Anambra State and Anambra State as a whole, because the streets are full of sand dunes. The streets has not been swept, and making the state look very archaic. So that's what counting against him. And the issue of water supply, Peter Mbah had an emergency on water, which he started immediately. Although he said 180 days, but he failed to meet the deadline. But you can see the investment, massive investment he put on water, and those water issue that he is still saying that he's going to deliver it. And I do believe that by the time he gets to the third year, he will be able to deliver that. You can see that the investment, you can see that. You can see the push to do that. On the terms of Governor Gov.Soludo, water wasn't his priority until recently, when he started digging the borehole and deployed the media propagandas that were saying that he has ended the issue of water shortage in the state. But when we started talking about it, there's nowhere in Anambra State people are having water door to door or house to house. Now the governor is now admitting that he would have loved to do that, but he has not achieved that. So meaning that on the issue of water, he has not been able to deliver. He has not actually pushed for that. It doesn't seem that people having clean water is very important. And another thing is power supply. The recent, or it's not recent anymore, it's almost 4 years now that the government changed the power supply from the concurrent list from the exclusive list to concurrent list, meaning the federal and the state can generate and distribute power. Meaning that the state can control the power they are in the state and actually set up their own companies. Peter Mbah has been setting up companies. A lot of companies have started taking on board in the Enugu state. But in Anambra state, the governor is still on holiday, is still being, according to allegedly, that a lot of interest, political interest, that somebody said, oh, one person or two group are basically trying to control, not allowing the governor, because the governor even admitted that. Because if you can see, it took him 2 years even to rescue the bill sent to the House of Assembly. It took them 2 years in order to even create the Anambra electric market. That shows how unserious the Anambra state government have been. And remembering that the governor is a professor of economics. So meaning a professor of economics would have been far, far ahead in the issue that pertain to real economic development. Power, the importance of power. He would have known better than the one in Enugu state. But that's not the case. And that's where one of his greatest failures, and that's why in that area you give Peter Mbah upper hand. He's doing great on that. So Governor Gov.Soludo should also learn from him. And that's what we are talking about. So in the issue of transportation, that's one of the weakest points of Anambra state government. Under Gov.Soludo, there is no plan on transportation. He's talking about the rail master plan, rail and all those things. But how about putting provision of buses, electric buses or CNG buses en masse, so get the price of transportation in the state to the level people can afford. It is not part of his agenda, although he's been saying it, he will do that. But the Peter Mbah is actually has started already, and you can see that working. And at the moment, the information going on is that the cost of transportation in Enugu state has come down to by 40%. That's as low as 40%. That's what has happened. That's the revolution. You can see the change. You can, that's what we are talking about, to make a change. So these are some of the things we are discussing in this part 2. We are going to continue in part 3, Peter Mbah versus Governor Gov.Soludo. The part 2 has just ended. I don't know what you think about that. So go to the comment section. Based on what we have discussed, do you think we are right or wrong? No more sliding, no pulling him down, no name calling. Just drop your own comment and make sure you share this vlog to many of your friends, and have a wonderful time wherever you are, and may God be with you. And remember, we want to make the homeland the best, and nothing than the best. We want to see a progressive homeland. That's why we are loving it if these governors are really competing on issue of development, so that there won't be anybody sleeping on duty. Everybody must be equal to task to rescue our people from the dungeon of slavery and the dungeon of hopelessness and joblessness. Thank you very much. I am Sir Kodili-nye. See you in the next one, and have a wonderful time. Bye.